Yo, what's going on, guys? So I have a little bit of a different video today. Anyone who's been on my channel previously knows that I usually do video games, like video game content. I review movies sometimes. Recently, I've been putting up some videos of my beautiful puppy golden retriever. But today's a different video. I'm going to share a personal story that happened to me last week. So, in conclusion, last week I got scammed out of $800, and I'm going to run you through exactly what happened, and I'm going to try to cut to the point, make it short, make it sweet, so you guys can get in and out and enjoy this video. So last week, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm playing some video games. I think I was playing Elden Ring, and my girlfriend was sitting on the couch next to me. She was on her laptop, and she was on Etsy. For work, my girlfriend does some graphic design, and she thought it'd be a good idea to go onto Etsy and sell some graphical images and sell them and make some extra money. Very good idea. So she's on the couch next to me, and she's setting this up, and she was setting up the account, she was setting up her bank, and she had some graphic designs she was going to put on her page. And during the setup, she got a DM on the website. Like on the Etsy website itself, she got a DM in the bottom right corner of her screen saying that it's an Etsy administrator and her account was not totally completed and she would have to complete the verification process of her bank. So, I'm not following this thing, step by step, because like I said, I'm wrapped up in my video games. I got the volume on loud, I'm in my zone, I'm having a good time, I'm just relaxing. So I'm not listening or watching every single direct message. I'm just getting kind of like updates every 10-15 minutes. So then this quote-unquote administrator tells my girlfriend that her bank needs to be verified. And to do so, she would have to send Etsy money, and then Etsy would send the money back, and that was how they were going to verify the bank. So this administrator, quote unquote, says that they're going to need a payment of like $360 something. So my girlfriend obviously was like, what? That's kind of fucking crazy. So I agree. I'm like, that's way too much money. That's absurd. Message her back and say that that's an absurd amount of money. Why does it have to be that much money? And in essence, the person messaged back and gave reasons that it's the Etsy policy. It's what has to happen. It's the minimal amount required, blah, blah, blah. So my girlfriend is conflicted because she obviously doesn't want to send this person that much money, but on the other hand, she wants to get her side hustle up and running. So she makes the point that Etsy would never scam their employees. I agree, obviously. That would not be a very good business tactic. So I agree. And the direct messages are coming across on the official main page for Etsy. So it makes us think that this is in fact an actual representative of Etsy. So my girlfriend ends up paying the money. So then the person explained that this money would be sent back in 2 to 3 minutes, and the bank would be set up, and now you're good. So she sends the money across. The money gets lost, right? So my girlfriend can see from the app on her phone that the money never went through, and the person on the other end, the quote-unquote administrator or representative, says that the money didn't go through, there's some other problem, we don't know why, sometimes we get this problem with Chase, blah, blah, blah. So they say that, and by the way, this is 9:30 p.m., so it's late, and the representative is saying that, now the money's lost in transaction, blah, blah, blah. We're going to need, you're either going to have to set up a new bank, a new bank on the phone, or you're going to have to use another debit card. So being that it's so late and how absurdly extra and extreme it would be to set up a new bank, I'm like, this doesn't seem right. You're definitely not doing that. That's crazy. But maybe we could maybe you could use my card. So, and I know this sounds so fucking stupid in hindsight, but in the moment, you never think you're gonna get scammed. I've never been scammed before. I'm very new to technology and the internet. I've always went on the internet like Google and YouTube, but I've never really set up accounts on different apps, and I've never been a part of some kind of internet business or e-commerce. I don't even go on Twitch or, any of those other apps. So I'm not, very technologically smart. So I'm like, message this person and make a point that this is bullshit. She's been on this website for hours now trying to set up her account. She's already sent hundreds of dollars across and nothing's happening. Like, this is your fault. This is not our fault. And regardless, so this person is like, okay, it's not our fault, it's your fault, or it's the bank's fault, communicate with your bank or whatever. So we're like, okay, this person's a fucking bitch on the other end, not being professional at all. So they're like, so in the end, I'm like, you know what, use my card, babe. She's trying to take a risk, she's trying to pursue another business, which is very good. That's a very smart idea. Everybody should always be looking at alternative or extra ways to make extra money. That makes sense, and to do so, you gotta take risks sometimes. Calculated risks, albeit, but I let her use my card. She sends the money through. The money gets lost again, right? Like, lost in transaction. I check my bank, the money's not going through to anyone on the other end, so I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. And keep in mind, I'm still, like, kind of playing my video game while this is all happening. So, then my girlfriend, she's using an old laptop, right? So it's like, it's plugged in, it's charging, but it's an old piece of shit laptop, and it like, right around this time, the laptop dies. So now she's frustrated, she's angry, I'm fucking angry, and, kind of angry. I usually don't really get too angry, about, it takes a lot to get me mad, so I'm just like, I'm in my head, I'm just like, shit happens, whatever, like, everything will work itself out, in the end. And if it doesn't, whatever. It's a lot of money, but usually these things take care of themselves. Chase is a really easy bank to communicate with, and, I thought it was all going to work out in the end. So I give her my card, she sends the money through, laptop dies. So she turns it back on, she tries getting back with this representative, she can't. Going through her email, trying to get customer support on the line, and this is like 10 o'clock at night now. Customer support usually ends at like 5 p.m. On a regular, like the regular bare bones customer service. But there is also like a 24/7 line. I'm just finding out, because now that I spend money, I'm investing, so I'm doing stuff, and I find like a customer support page that she can contact. So she contacts it and says whatever happened, she explains the situation, and at this point, it's past 10 o'clock at night, we can't contact this girl, we can't get anyone, on the computer, so we're like, you know what, let's just go to sleep, wait till tomorrow morning and see what happens. Maybe the money went through, they'll send it back to us, or maybe if we are getting scammed, Etsy can get back to us, and then we can contact the bank tomorrow morning. So we go to sleep, and I wake up the next morning to my girlfriend. She's like, oh, they were scammers. And I'm like, oh my god, that fucking sucks. So, Etsy tells us that, like, actual Etsy people, and then we contact our banks. They were saying it's not technically fraud, because for fraud, it has to be a certain, like, parameters have to be set, like, certain things have to happen for it to actually take the definition of fraud. So instead, it was like we were just gonna refute argue the claim. So we did everything. It took like 15-20 minutes at tops. We refuted the claim, trying to get the money back, and we did. We got the money back. Lesson learned. My girlfriend got her account set up and running, so, it all worked out in the end. And I know a lot of you are probably saying, like, you're a fucking retard, your girlfriend's an idiot, and it's like, yeah, I can see that in hindsight, but if you've never been scammed before, you never really think it's gonna happen, you never really think it's gonna be a possibility, and then you also have all these factors that are making you think that this is a legitimate person on the other end, considering you're on the official Etsy webpage, you're getting DMs, they know things about you and about your account, and the process you're going through, like they somehow knew that she had just set up an account, so it'd be a perfect time to say that your account wasn't set up correctly, and verifying your bank and sending some money through might make sense. $300-something is absurd, and that was alarming, and that should have been one indicator, but, I guess in our pea brains, there wasn't enough of an indication to realize that it was a scam. But lesson learned. Lesson learned, and it all worked out. We got our money back. My girlfriend got her account set up. Everything worked out in the end. But fuck those scammers. If I see them in real life, I am going to put a blanket over their head and then slap them in the back of the head and run away. I'm just kidding. I'm probably never going to see those people ever. Let alone I doubt they're wearing a t-shirt on that says I am a scammer. But all jokes aside, it all worked out, and I just thought it was like a little bit of just like an interesting anecdote for you guys to make fun of us for. So that's the story for today. If you guys like, kind of like the personal story like this, maybe I'll do some more. Just thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, you're the shit. Thank you so much. Peace out, guys.